I've got a plan. I'm going to try and make £9,000 in 9 months as a part-time content creator with a full-time job, with a new house to renovate, and a wife and kid that I occasionally need to pay attention to. And on top of all of that, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it, and along the way, how it all works. So make sure to subscribe here and across all of my other channels to keep up to date with my progress. Right, let's talk about the plan. The first thing to do when doing literally anything in life is to understand the why. If you don't understand why you're doing something, it's really hard to anchor back to any kind of reasoning around anything that you're actually doing. This doesn't just apply to content creation, but literally any decision in life, big or small. So, why am I doing this? The main reason for this project is that I'll be working to create a new studio in a larger, dedicated space that will allow me to take my content even further. The goal is to completely convert my garage into a new studio, and to do that, I need £9,000. I'll be working with brands that I've worked with before, and hopefully some new ones as well, to showcase their products across my channels, to highlight their products' benefits, both where I am now and in the new studio, as well as showcasing to creators how to successfully pitch to brands and create content that has instant and long-term value. Throughout the plan, I'll be as transparent as I can on social media about my progress in an effort to bridge the gaps between creators and brands to help both sides find more common ground on paid work and the value that it provides both sides. Considering that I have a unique insight, both since I am a creator and I work with creators in my day job. I've separated out what I'm going to do into 3 separate pillars. These pillars focus on my abilities and the content that I want to produce. First off, I plan to collaborate with gaming brands and developers to help launch their games and products, as well as providing unique value through my design content, where I'll be creating digital assets to go alongside the games that can be published by the brand themselves or shared out on digital marketplaces like the Elgato Marketplace. Secondly, content coaching. I plan to share my progress across this project via the StreamSite channel to not only highlight the brands that choose to take part in this, but to also help change the landscape of creator and brand relationships. As well as this, I'll also be sharing my paid one-on-one pitch consultancy services for anybody who's looking for specialized and dedicated help. Finally, I'll be focusing on tech, setup, and PC building content. I've already built a fantastic studio here with some great capabilities, and I've got a ton of experience in not only doing product reviews, but also tech tutorials, and I'll be delving further into setup and PC building content. Now that's also a big part of my daytime job. These here are just some of the brands that I'm planning on working with. Some I've already worked with before, and some I'm looking to work with in the future. The key piece here is that I'm looking at brands that I've already had an affinity with or admire what they're doing in their specific niches. A lot of creators tend to run off and want to collaborate with anyone and everyone. And the big problem that creates for brands is loyalty. Having a creator work with you on a specific thing and then the very next day going over to a different brand whilst completely within your rights doesn't help you grow a relationship over time. And as a creator who is still very much on the smaller side of things, one of the biggest strengths that you have is leaning into your authenticity. If your audience knows and trusts your opinions, they are more likely to engage with you and the brand that you're showcasing. If they know that you have a previous connection to them, even more so. So don't just focus on working with everyone. Focus on working with the brands that make sense to you, the same way that you should focus on making content that also makes sense for you. For example, the gaming brands that I want to work with, I've either already worked with on one-off campaigns, long-term partnerships, or ones that I just want to engage based on my own preferences, like Marvel. When I went to start building my list of people that I wanted to work with, I looked at what made the most sense for this project and for upcoming releases. For gaming brands, I looked at what games they've got coming up. For tech brands, I looked at what made the most sense for this project. If I'm doing a brand new studio, I want to engage Govee for lighting, TP-Link for networking, Anker for tech accessories, Gigabyte for PC building components like motherboards and GPUs. Everybody on this list is on there for a reason. So when you're making your list, make sure that you're approaching brands for the right reason and not just to line your pocket. Now we've covered the what, it's time to talk about the how. This part is really interesting for me to share because I'll be talking about what I can do and how much I'm going to be charging for it. At top level, we're going to be doing this across 9 months, and to be able to get to 100% of my goal, which is £9,000, I'll need to split that up at most 18 ways, which means that I need to work with up to 18 brands, up to 18 times, with each collaboration netting me either £500 or £1,000. While this obviously works for my project, you might be thinking that this wouldn't work for you if you're trying to do this full time. However, it does. When you're working out your rates, don't just go and listen to what another creator does. One of the biggest problems with that is that that creator might have a different viewership to you, a different size audience, the ability to be able to produce higher quality content. They might just have a more engaged audience than you. What you need to understand first and foremost when building out your rate card, especially when you're just starting out, is to understand what you need and then work from there. As you've seen with this, I know I need £9,000. I know that I want to give myself 9 months to do that in. And based off of that, I know I'm going to be charging at least £500 per collaboration. This is based on my experience in the industry, the equipment that I have here, and the quality of content that I can produce, alongside the value that I'm going to add outside of posting it on my own socials, i.e. usage rights. I have a total of 4 predefined packages. You don't need to have that many, but I do so I can nicely and easily define the packages that I can send out to potential clients. My first package is a short form video package that includes cross-posting to all of my channels. I know that a lot of creators tend to charge for multiple platforms, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, I know the chances of the activations that I'm working on performing the way I want them to, and by extension, the brands, increases if I put the content that I've already worked on everywhere. This isn't to say that other creators are wrong for charging for cross-posting onto additional platforms, but for me, I want to give it a better chance of success, so I have a better chance of working with the brand again. Besides, I've already done the work, so posting to a couple more platforms isn't going to kill me. Alongside this, I also do supporting social posts, usually with teasers of products or shoutouts to the brands for sending me specific things. This also helps to prime my audience around what I've been sent and what I'm going to be talking about. Through this, I produce additional photography on top of the video work that I've already done, and on top of all of that, I provide a minimum of 180 days boosting rights, as well as including usage rights for in-house digital advertisements for both the videos and the photography as well. A lot of you might not realize this, but providing brands with the access to the content that you create for their own adverts and socials is one of the single best ways to leverage the work that you've already done and increase the value that you provide to the brand. Again, I know a lot of creators charge for monthly usage rights and apply late fees if the brand goes over a couple of days of that usage, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I know that providing this makes the lives of the people that I work with at the brands that I work with so much easier, which again provides a lot more value than you'd think. A lot of folks don't realize that you aren't technically working with a brand. You're working with an influencer manager, a PR person, or even an overworked community manager. Ultimately, you're working with a person, and the easier you make their jobs, the easier it's going to be to get more work through them. I have more packages like my short form and long form package. This allows me to create a detailed long form piece of content that I particularly enjoy making, and then allows me to utilize all of the video that I've shot in the long form video and cut it down to a short form video to again provide more value, but also to provide more content for my own platforms, because again, I'm trying to work with brands that make sense for what I'm trying to do with my content. My third package is focused on live stream content with supporting short form video. This can work great for a game launch where you create short form video pre-launch and live stream the actual launch of the game, especially when it includes things like collector's editions or physical products that you can showcase. Finally, my fourth package, which is my most unique package, contains a live stream, but also includes digital assets that can be utilized by the brand or placed on digital marketplaces like the Elgato Marketplace to help advertise the brand and increase the availability of assets out there in the world without stressing out their in-house designers. Obviously, packages aren't the be-all and end-all. You need to be flexible, so make sure the brands that you reach out to are aware that you are open to negotiation, if you are, and that you can work around their needs. Again, the easier you make their lives, the easier it will be to do more work with them. And that pretty much explains the plan. I'll be documenting this entire process as I go and look to do recaps as months go on. If you want to keep up to date, make sure you follow me on all of my socials, as content will be spread out everywhere. And if you want to reach out to talk about one-on-one consultancy, make sure to check out the links in the description down below. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.